We are going to implement VPC connection between two VPCs, so we can establish connection between two VPCs. So for that we have to create two VPCs in our account. So right now I'm in a Mumbai region, so the resources are going to be provisioned into this Mumbai region. So to create the VPC, first we have to create on a create VPC button. So just click on it, then name your VPC, and I'm going to name it like VPC 1. Then you have to specify your IP address CIDR block. So I'm giving it 12.0.0.0/16. So the /16 network will be created in this VPC. So it will give you about 65,000 near about IP addresses. So that's a huge IP addresses. So you can use in your VPC. So just go dropped in your so just click on create VPC and select your tenancy as default. So keep everything as default and create VPC. Now you have created your first VPC with this IP address range. Let's create another one. So just click on VPC, create VPC again, click on VPC and more, name your VPC. So VPC 2, and change the IP range for this VPC in 13.0.0/16. Keep everything as default, create VPC. So now you have created two VPCs. So in order to access the internet, you have to create internet gateway. So just click on internet gateway. Here you can see there is no internet gateway created by default, so we have to create one. So click on create internet gateway, name your internet gateway like IG VPC 1. So this is internet gateway for VPC 1. Keep everything as default, create internet gateway. Okay, and then attach it to your VPC. So you have created this internet gateway for VPC 1, so you have to attach it to VPC 1. So attach to VPC, select your VPC, that is VPC 1. We are going to attach this internet gateway to VPC 1. So the resources in the VPC 1 will be used will follow the IG rule. So click on this, attach internet gateway. Okay, so now again create internet gateway for VPC 2. Name it IG VPC 2 and click on create internet gateway. Again attach it to your VPC 2. Okay, you have attached internet gateway to your VPCs. Now you have to create your route tables. So click on route table. So this is the route table by default created by your VPC. You don't need to attach it. So you have to create your own route table. So create create route table. Name it your route table, that is RG route table /VPC1, and select your VPCs to attach your route table. So click on this button, VPC and 1. So this will attach your route table to your VPC1 and keep everything as default, don't need to change anything. So create route table. Now you have created your route table and attach it to your VPC1. Similarly, you can create another route table. So click on route tables, create route table, name it RG route table VPC2. So this will create another route table, and select your VPC, that is VPC2, and create route table. So now here you have created two route tables, two internet gateways, two VPCs, and next thing you have to create subnets for your network. So click on VPCs, always go with the VPC button. So here you can see your VPC1 and VPC2. So just create subnets for VPC1, click on this, and then create subnets. So here you can see there is no subnet created for VPC1. So you have to create subnet for each VPC. So just click on create subnet, then VPC ID. You must have to specify your one VPC ID in which you are going to create your subnets. So just click on this button and select your desired VPC, that is VPC1 with this IP range. And name your subnet. So I'm going to name it like subnet VPC1. You have to specify what will be the availability zone for this subnet, and so we are in the Mumbai region, and there are actually 3 availability zone in this region. So I'm going to select this App South 1 availability zone for this subnet, and this is your entire network actually, and this network you have to break it down. So let's create subnet out of that IP ranges. So we have copied that IP ranges, so just simply paste it. Okay. Give it 24 CIDR blocks. So these are the IP addresses, IP ranges you can use in your subnet. So 256 IP addresses are available for this subnet. So everything is going to be connected and used by this IP addresses. So everything keep default. So you are going to create subnet in this section for the VPC1 and just click on create subnets. Okay. Similarly, you have to create subnet for your VPC2. So just go on your VPC, then create subnet for VPC2. Click on subnets, same step, create subnets, select your VPC, desired VPC in which you have to create subnets, selecting VPC2. This is the IP range we have provided to our VPC2. Then your subnet name, that is subnet VPC2, and then availability zone. Previously we have selected South AP1 for the subnet 1, and actually we are going to select the same for the subnet in VPC2. Okay. So give this IP address to create your subnets /24 and make it 13.0.1.0/24 IP CIDR block, and same, these are the IP addresses provided by this block. How many IP addresses? These are the IP addresses usable in this subnet. Create subnet. Now you have created 2 subnets in each of those VPCs. So now you have to associate these subnets to your route table. So the resources provisioned in that subnet, they will need a route table so they can interact with internet, they can go out of your VPCs. So you have to create your route tables. So these are the default route tables, and these are the route tables we have created for our VPCs. So just go with the route table VPC1. In that, select subnet association. Remember that you have to associate your subnets to your route table. So subnet association. So right now you don't have any subnets associated with this route table. So just click on edit subnet association. Then you have one subnet that you have created in this VPC. So just click on this subnet and associate with it route table. So you have associated a route table with your VPC. Now click on route tables. Click on second route table. Similarly follow the previous steps. Associate subnets, edit subnets. Click on this subnet VPC2 and associate with route table 2. Okay, our network part is near about completed. So we have to provision one EC2 instance in our one VPC. So for that, just go to your EC2 dashboard. Okay, so you can see this you are using the following EC2 resources, Amazon EC2 resources in this Asia Pacific Mumbai region. So right now we don't have any instances running in this region, so we have to create one EC2 instance. So basically it's a server where you can install your Apache or anything that you want to create. So just click on launch instance, name your instance, that is VPC1 EC2 instance. Select your operating system for this instance. I'm going with Ubuntu, so that's pretty simple to use and actually eligible for free tier account. So this is free tier eligible accounts, so you don't need to pay money for. Yeah, but this comes with what we call free tier eligible with 1 CPU and 1 GB of RAM. The system configuration for this. Then the key pair is must be created to log in your EC2 instance. So create. If you don't have created your EC2, your key pair, so you can create it from here. I have already created a key pair, so I am using it. So that's cube, I think. So let's create another one. I'm not going to use that. So let's create another one. Let's name it. Let's name it master key, and key pair type is RSA. Okay. The private key format will be .pem, and just create key pair. You have downloaded your key pair. Don't worry about. You have to later on use it to access your this instance using your terminal. So click on network settings. So So in which VPC you are going to provision this EC2 instance? So first we are going to install this or configure this EC2 instance in VPC1. So click on VPC1. So by default we have only one subnet created in this VPC, so it will select that one. So you have to enable this auto assign IP addresses in order to connect your EC2 instance with public IP address. It will assign a public IP address to your instance. So you can create your security group, or you can use existing security group. So let's see what it is in your existing security group. So you don't have, actually default is there, but we have to create one fresh new. So let's name it VPC1 security group. So that is simple. Then this is the inbound security group. So here it is telling you that SSH connection is enabled by default on a port 22 from anywhere. So that's fine. So we need another security group rule. So click on add security group rules. Then you have to select your HTTP request. You have to accept HTTP request to this instance on port 80, and the source can be anything from anywhere, from any IP address can be able to connect to your instance. So that's it. Click on advanced settings. So here in this section you have to insert one script. So that script I have in my VS Code terminal. So just click on this. I'll provide it, don't worry about. So this is the script. So basically this is a shell script. This is what is doing. It is first it is updating your system, then it is installing Apache 2, and then server details, everything. Sudo systemctl start Apache 2. This will start your Apache after installation. Okay, just click on launch instance. Okay, your instance is in the pending state. Yes, it's in the pending state actually. Similarly, you can create another EC2 instance for VPC2. So just name it VPC2/EC2 instance. Same US, you have to use your Ubuntu operating system. So just select your free tier eligible account with this specification. Okay, key pair that we have already created master key. You can use this key. Click on network settings. So you have to specify where you want to provision this EC2 instance. I am going to select it VPC2, and then subnet. We have created it earlier. So now enable this option. Follow the same steps we have previously configured. A security group you can create. You have to create one security group, name it VPC2 security group. That's simple. And then same, add another route. Allow HTTP traffic to your instance on port 80 from anywhere. Okay, same as install Apache server on this instance. So copy this script. Okay, everything is perfect. Okay, just launch instance. We have it launch 2 instance in your Mumbai region actually. So just click on, you can see one is in the running state and one is in the pending state. So just check whether the script is executed. So now both the instances are in the running state, so we can check whether the script is executed or not. So just go with the first instance, copy this public IP address and just paste it in your browser. So why it is not clicking here? Okay, so just hit enter. So your script is that shell script is executed, and this response is from Apache server. The host IP address, the host name is printed on the browser. Okay, so now we have to establish VPC peer connection between these two VPCs. So just go to your VPC dashboard. It is taking time, don't worry about. And then just see here, this is the peering connection option available in your left corner. So create peering connection as you don't have already peered. So give a peering connection name, that's we are giving it peering connection. So it's like peering connection from VPC 1 to VPC 2. So now select the local VPC to peer with. So this is your requested VPC. We are going to request a connection from VPC 1. So this is the network part, I mean the CIDR block that we have previously configured. And this is from my VPC, my account actually. So another, that is the acceptor VPC, that is VPC 2. So let's click on VPC 2, click on VPC 2. So this is the CIDR block for VPC 2, and everything keep it as a default. So just create VPC connection. So the connection is requested. So the connection is, as you can see, this connection is requested. So this you have to accept the connection. So click on action, just click on accept request. So this will, so here you can simply check out what is happening in this case. So the requester VPC is the VPC 1 and acceptor is VPC 2. So this is the establishing connection, and we have shipped our infrastructure, I mean this VPC connection from Mumbai region. Actually there was a technical error, so I have shifted it in North Virginia. So just keep it in mind and accept this request. Okay, so now it is telling us that we have to modify our route table. So because the connection was in our VPC, so in order to connect two VPCs, we have to route them. So just click on modify my routes tables. So click on VPC 1, click on routes. It's not visible actually what is happening there. Don't worry about routes. Then edit routes, and here you have to specify. Actually you are configuring this peering connection route table in route 1. So add route. So you have to specify the destination address of your VPC 2. So let's check out it is possible where it is that address is not I think it's the address is not here. So let's take the address from route table. So where it is VPC 2, that address, this is the address, destination address where we have to connect. So click on another that VPC 2, click on route, edit routes, add route, and this simply paste it. Okay, and the target it is VPC we have already configured. Select this peering connection as a target, and this peering connection from VPC 1 to VPC 2. So these are the mandatory things you have to configure in order to connect your VPC 1 to VPC 2, and just click on save changes. Similarly, you can follow with the route table 2. So before, just copy this address and go to your route tables, click on route table 2 IP ID, then edit routes, add routes similarly. Okay, just follow the steps that you have previously followed. Okay, so this is the basic configuration you have to set up with your two VPCs and peering connection. So now everything is set. Okay, so let's go to our EC2 instance. Let's check whether we can able to communicate from VPC 1 to VPC 2. So running instances are there. This is we have previously checked out. It's still in the running state. Okay, so let's connect your first machine. Connect option. Just simply browser connect. That's easy method to connect. And just take on another machine's private IP address. That is VPC 2. We have to connect it on private address. So just here we have logged in. So just sudo apt update. You don't need to perform this step actually, but I am performing it. Okay, sudo update. So just wait, it is updating the packages. Okay, updated already. So now just curl and this IP address. Now you are able to connect. Actually, this is the response from VPC 2. So here you have successfully configured that VPC connection between VPC 1 and VPC 2. So thank you very much for this.